Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising. Today is a new day to start again. It is 4/15/2025. Well, new day to start. We're about 2 years into this thing now. And I'm still going. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I'm losing subscribers. Like, it's taken a long time to get where I've got. I'm going the wrong way if I'm chasing subscribers. It's hilarious, actually. So I don't really know what to say about that. I'm not going to change my voice. I'm going to keep going the way I'm going. I feel like it's resonating more than ever. So even though I'm not gaining anything, I am gaining things. It is all crazy. All the trash out there that people watch that's making people millions of dollars. And I'm out here just being genuine, asking for something that's free for people just to subscribe. You don't even have to watch. You can ignore it. And I can't even get subscribers. I got 143. You're supposed to get to 1,000 to be able to actually make revenue from this. You have to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I've been doing this for 2 years, and I'm at 141. I was at 144 has been my max, so I went backwards 3 in like the last month. And that's very demoralizing. If you really would, if I had an ego, if like I had any kind of an ego, I would be like, well, geez, oh, Pete. Why do we see Pete? Why is Pete always part of all these kinds of things? And Paul. Anyways, billions can see this every day. And billions can see all the videos I've already done. Billions of people at anywhere, in any point. What a crazy world we live in. I've been getting copyright, like little things on my, it's like a teacher grading you or whatever. You can see on your video, and I don't know really what it affects. I'm not making any, I don't make any money until I get to 1,000 subscribers anyway. So as long as you don't get strikes, I think is what it is. And none of those have been strikes so far. So I'm going to keep doing music. It's so funny though. What copyright? I'm going to copy left. I'm going to opposite left. I try to opposite day. That's one of my favorite things to do. I think it's funny to watch people's reaction. I played, there's a pregnant girl that works where I go to eat sometimes. And I've developed a friendly relationship with her because I just, pregnant people are cool because they're trying to deal with their life while they're carrying a baby. I just think the whole thing, especially when they're really attuned to life, and she seems to be. So I enjoy messing around with her a little bit. And she had came by and there was a chair that was different fixed. It was fixed in a different place. And I'm a pretty quiet guy. No, I'm not. I'm not quiet, but I'm loudly quiet. I'm sitting there minding my own business, and she fixes this chair, and as she walks by me, she's just like, that was really bothering me. And she went around the corner. So I had the little devil in me, and I couldn't help it. When no one was looking, I like flipped around and I changed a chair. Sat back down and just acted like nothing happened. And then when she walked by, I got to watch her notice it. I was really trying to be really cool about it. And she walked by and I looked up and I saw her face. And it made me giggle for like an hour. It was so fun. I think that's what life's about. Anyways, what is the point? Where is the source? I'm not making this stuff up. I'm drawing from everything that I've learned. And this is what is incredible about these devices. A dope like me can basically look into anything, and it's not that hard. You just have to be discerning. Once you learn how to use logic and discernment, you can sift through information really fast. That's what those really fast speed readers are good about doing. I think it gets to the point where you can just recognize flag words, probably. Anyways, so what I'm trying to do is I can't articulate all that. I don't have any credibility, but I can sing and I can dance and I can smile and I can laugh and I can cry on camera like a boob. Playing the beta male, like I'm a beta male is what I kept getting. When I first started to get a little bit of popularity, I kept getting this reference back to being a beta male. And also my thing about the Bible, I really destroy my chances of talking to anybody when I do that. Anyways, something about partridges here. I don't know why. I was trying to be poetic and I had a sentence of playing the beta male for the partridge. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. There was a partridge family, partridge in a pear tree, partridges. And then I looked up what a partridge was. I don't know why. I go crazy places. But partridge is something. We'll just leave it there. That's what I like about life now, though, and you have the ability to just sit. I could spend a whole day researching partridges, and you have the access and ability to. You can literally get on the phone and speak with people either through messaging or through like these what do you call them? I can't even think of the word. You can talk to people via video in Australia, anywhere, about any subject at any time. It's so incredible. There was an overall theme in my, all right, so then I shift. I know that I probably shouldn't get personal on here, but whatever, it's my video. Flag me, take me down. There was an overall theme in my marriage that I was not a manly man. I do struggle with posture. I've had a whole I was very scrawny, skinny. And then I also had 4 daughters, so I'm just an overpowering matriarchal dynamic that leaned heavily matriarch. Do you know what that sentence means? I wrote that. I want to read it again. If you know what that sentence means, then you'll understand that I'm not really trying to be a jerk. In my situation, I was a skinny kid that had always fought being a man, and that's how people attacked me and made me, because it was my insecurities. And I had 4 daughters, so that was fun. I loved being, I was allowed to be me. And not that I'm a girl. Let's get this straight. And an overpowering marital dynamic that leaned heavily matriarch. I also endured heavy parental alienation. But my mom, the one that raised me, knew how to do things really well. And one of those things included, probably one of her most important things, was raising me. She kind of gave up on me when I was about 19, because I think she figured out what most people figure out with me, is that you're not probably going to control me. And the more you try, the more I'm going to push, which is probably why I'm so isolated. It is who I am. So I bit the hands that fed me. I think maybe she just let me loose. I think she loved me, though, for sure. Unless I'm wrong about everything, which would be okay. I'd figure it out. I love my mom. It doesn't matter she loved me. She loved me. So I don't really have to fight that. Sometimes I feel like I've been made to question that. My mom had faith in me too, till her last breath. I have no doubt. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. A lot of people like smoking stuff. And my dad, I think I betrayed my father in every way that I could have. And he still loved me. But he loved pretty much everyone in the end. He had his own really bad flaws, but I think my kids know who I am. It all hurts, but hurt heals. Yesterday was a really good day for me. I had a great day. I walked to my yoga and then had a nice lunch. I'm learning where to find really good food deals because I don't drink. You can go to happy hour kind of stuff at bars where they're trying to have deals for food because they're selling drinks, but I drink water, so I get really good deals if I go in there. So I enjoy doing that. That's what I try to do, is take advantage of situations. And that's like my new thing. That is where I get a lot of joy from. But anyways, while I was doing my yoga and I did both classes, I really started to, in the middle there, started to talk about or think about talk about with God, my heels, because I've been focusing so much on the front of my foot. Your heels have this cover over them that's like a shell. It's like the turtle. And inside of that, I just think that there's a lot that's hidden in our heels. And that's where we can heal ourselves. It's crazy to say it, but I do think if you push that stuff back up into your body, that's like been hiding there for a while. It's like your reserves. And it's been there for a long time. Like they're doing a thing, one thing in yoga that's really been struggling for me. This is going to be a really long video, but whatever. They sit on their feet, like with their knees forward, and they sit on their feet. And I can't get my feet to do that. They're not even close. So that's been a big struggle for me, but that's in my heels. It's really in the top part too, but it's in my heels too, I guess. I don't know. It really isn't in my heels. Whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes, but I truly think when I'm doing all this stuff that I'm unlocking. And I wrote this and I'm not committed to it, but I do feel like there's some intuition there. But I feel like I'm unlocking consciousness. I feel like I'm unlocking ancient secrets that are going in my blood to my brain and processing for me to understand, even though I don't understand it. That's what I think is happening whenever you're really getting into pain points where your body is uncomfortable and learning how to stretch and heal into the pain. That's what you do, is you lean into the pain and heal. You heal from the pain. And I love it. If you learn to center, to clear, to align, and then to balance, and that's where I think the heal is in grounding. If you can balance, you can fly. And when you can fly, you lift. But you can only go so high. And then you got to ground again. You're not really flying. And you don't really get to raise the ground. I'm just talking, it's really strange. What I'm trying to say is you're lifting the pressure off of you. You're allowing everything to be around you, and you're just basically getting in alignment with it. There is no real weight. Weight is a measurement. We've named it and labeled it. I'm going to be way over people's head on that, though, so I don't want to go that way. And it's over my head, too. I don't really understand that. Understand, understand, overstand. Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door. There was a time when I spoke to change. Now I will answer, or I won't. In public, I play Socrates. I only follow the lead of Logos. That is following the way to me, especially in discourse. I do need to get better, but I am getting better. Good luck to you. I'm way ahead. My lines will only follow the light. Your turn. You go. Be careful. I know Logos very well. Some might say I'm a master communicator, but my 141 subscribers is telling a much different story. So there is that. But while I'm out and about, I am starting to enjoy, but I need to be careful. I need to be careful, and I am, so I will be. What an amazing earth, though. A down on his luck, struggling furniture salesman like me, who buys. I mean, my life is really turned into, I like to go to Goodwill, which I really don't even like Goodwill. I think it's a profiteering situation off of people's goodwill, and I don't think you should profit off of goodwill. But that being said, I have a limited amount of money, and I have an impulse of, there is an impulse of purchasing. There's something to that. They call it retail something, wherever you basically use buying something to soothe your problems. And Goodwill is a good place to do that because you can't buy that much, and you got to carry it around unless you get a cart. And there's a very important thing of not bringing a cart with you. And there's a point when you're in your processing of, I'm not supposed to be buying all this stuff and I only have so much room to carry. It makes it easier. And you only have 18 bucks, so that's all you have. I'm just kidding. But money is money. There was a time when I spoke to change, like I said. So now, well, I already did all that part. Where am I at? Oh, I'm also a divorced dad. I'm kind of a deadbeat. It's a bad situation where I'm at. I'm holding this because I don't want to get into like the Debbie Downer of it. I'm just trying to give an explanation. I'm not the only person that's in this situation. So I'm just giving voice to it. That's what I'm doing. It's democracy. Anyways, I can sit in this house and do a daily broadcast. And right now, I'm in Kokomo, Indiana. And I'm just, what is today? I don't even know what day it is. I try not to pay attention to dates anymore. I like the moon. Here it is, 4/15/2025. That seems significant even though it's made up. It's not made up though. It's timed. I mean, it's labeled. All of these numbers have a chord at the beginning. So this starts with a 0 and a 1 and a 2, and all of it. So they just are finding ways to line those things together. But anyways, people in Sydney, Australia, I was on a live stream while I was trying to do this, talking to a guy that was playing golf in Australia while I was on. And I thought that was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I think I don't have that video up anymore, but it was really cool when I did it. I took down some stuff a while back, and that takes away from my credibility maybe. And I've started and stopped again, and I was showing myself when I was doing really good, and then I got off camera when I was train wrecked. But I've train wrecked so many times. You don't have to show all your train wrecks, do you? I mean, I think everybody's learned that I've had a train wreck kind of life. That I'm not doing with what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And that I was given all these gifts and I'm kind of a spoiled brat. But whatever. I'm doing my best now. I'm an old man I'm not an old man though. This is the conundrum, is I think I'm supposed to be, if I would have kept drinking and smoking like I was, I probably wouldn't be here. That's probably true, especially if I would have got into liquor. I don't think I would have made it this far. So just because of that, it's got to be a little bit of an inspiration. So you get the point. What my point is, my reference point, that's what I try to give, is my point of reference. And everybody can discern whether I'm crazy or not. I might be. Aren't you a little crazy? You got to be crazy to be living in this world right now and believe some of the stuff you people be belonging to. I'm telling you. So here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to be fair and balanced, like the real Fox News. It's so stupid. That's a lie right at the beginning. Fair and balanced. When you say that, you better be fair and balanced. A lie is a lie. Truth is truth. This is my problem. We get these names for things. And there was this thing called, I'm going to say this real quick because it's just, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to destroy this video. I'm just going to say that there are names for things. And if you put your name to the names for things, knowing that the names for things that you're putting your name to is a lie, that's on you. But you can get forced coercion. And I think that that's where it's really difficult. And it's that ego. It's the balance of light is light, dark is dark. There's shadows. There are. Gray. So here's what I would say. To all those people that do become awakened, I'm just going to put my stamp on. Anything similar to what I'm doing right now, what I'm talking about, of isolating yourself in this world that's really strange. And when you do go out in public into all the color, you have to deal with it. Stay in the shadows. Stay gray. Gray walling is the best method in conflict management. I'm wearing gray. Didn't even realize that. You can have a little blue on, maybe a horseshoe. Rooting for the Colts. This is a big one. I don't even agree with the Colts organization. I'm very upset with them, and I'm advertising for them. I'm a conundrum. All right, so where am I at? Gray wall, gray scale. Learn how to do that. That is your best method. If you stay gray, you stay gold. That's how you transmute. Oh, gray's lead. Oh gosh, I'm on to something. I really like it. Spark that. Everybody get a hold of that one. Gray gold, gray gold. My feet are tapping. Gray gold. I like that. If you become aware, if you become, I spoiled the end. If you become awakened, wear gray. I got a lot more. You know why? Because I love a good fire. I love the feel of it. I love the warmth. I love the color. I love the smell of it. Lingers for hours. A nice fire is one of my favorite things about life. But you must handle fire like it will destroy your life. Your brother's life, your mother's life, your father's life, your wife's life, your daughter's lives, your son's lives. You get the point. The whole thing will be burned down if you lose control of the fire. So if you have no ability to be messing with fire, don't mess with fire. Just don't until you can. Let the other people do it. There's plenty of people around. Do your job. But it can also freeze. So if you have no fire at all, it becomes frozen and there's no light. It's always dark. And then what good is it? That's why it's so important. When you find something with a torch, make sure you learn the lesson from the people that lost it. I like that ending. Until it starts again. The Tao is great. Do great. Be great. Be grateful. Pass the torch with wisdom. Games are better than war, fellow Olympians. Go Pacers, baby. I don't care if they're multi-millionaires. I don't care if there's some flopping going around. The rules change in every sport. This entire idea that the NBA is, if you're putting your effort into anything, in any of these sports, I don't care if it's college, I don't care if it's down to high school. Well, I mean, high school is a little better, but as you progressively get older, all of it is monetized, all of it's bull crap. So whenever you're putting your stance against one thing and you're saying it's one motive, there's actually about 12 motives that you're not talking about. That's what I'm trying to say. There's nothing wrong with the NBA. Steph Curry, if you're not watching Steph Curry right now and you have any love for basketball, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Get into it. Have a great time out there. As a long video again, but I did enjoy doing this. I really enjoy doing these videos. So I hope anybody that enjoys them, just give me a little like. I like that. That helps me to make sure that I know that I'm doing a good thing here. I hope everybody has a great day out there. Do great. Be great. Be grateful. 1, 2, 3. Bells are important. Sound is important. There was bells up on top of those steeples. Have a great day.